Hi, and welcome to this Inversion Flow. In this practice, you'll need your yoga mat or some space to practice yoga in. If you like to use blocks in your practice, then I would have them to hand just in case, but we'll get started. For this practice, we're going to begin in a seated position on the mat. So whatever feels most comfortable for you, maybe grabbing a block to sit on or lengthening the legs out if you prefer. We just want to make sure that we're lengthening up through the spine. The arms can rest wherever feels best. And we're going to close down the eyes just for a moment. So just taking a second to start to bring our awareness inward. Finding a place of physical stillness and softness to allow us to find that place mentally as well. Of course, just starting to become aware of your breath. Following your breath as it happens. And as you become more aware, maybe noticing some of the sensations that your breath creates. Maybe the sound, how it feels in your body, the physical sensation as your body rises and sinks with the breath. Knowing that this is a place that we can always come back to throughout the remainder of the practice if we need to. When you're ready, we're going to blink open the eyes. And we're going to begin the physical part of our practice now. We're going to start with our wrists. It's an inversion practice, so there will be opportunities for arm balances. So we'll start by warming up the wrists. All we're going to do is interlace the fingers together and start to roll the wrists in one direction. And then we'll roll them in the opposite direction. Reaching the arms out in front of you now, we're going to squeeze the hands shut and then flick the fingers open. And we're going to do this as fast as we possibly can. So almost like you're flicking water off your fingertips. And we're going to keep going. Right now it probably feels a bit strange. We don't know why we're doing this. But in a moment you're going to know exactly why. You'll start to feel it in your wrists. Things are going to start to heat up a little bit. So reach the arms up to the sky. We're going to carry that on as fast as you can. And then we'll take the arms out to the side just for a little bit longer, as fast as you can flick those fingers. Lovely. And then we'll release. Give the wrists a little bit of a shake out. Well done. Okay, let's come to hands and knees. So we're going to come straight into downward facing dog. We're not going to be here for long, but remember to spread those fingers nice and wide and press your index finger and your thumb down into the earth. Tuck the toes under. Start to lift the sit bones high up to the sky, coming into your downward facing dog. Softening through the knees. Straight away, we're going to start to walk the feet up towards the hands. We're coming to the top of the mat. Relaxing forward over the legs, find a fold. You can soften the knees as much as you need here. Maybe reaching down towards the earth or taking a hold of opposite elbow if that's a little bit more comfortable for you here. Then when you're ready, we'll roll up through the spine and let's come all the way up to standing. We're going to meet in mountain pose at the top of the mat. We'll work through 2-3 rounds of sun salutation A. We'll start off with a traditional sun salutation A, and then we're going to add in crow pose as we go, if you want to take it. So standing nice and tall. We'll take an inhale, sweep the arms up to the sky, maybe taking the gaze with the fingertips. As you exhale, hinge forward from the hips and reach down towards the earth. Let go of tension in the neck. On your inhale, let's create some length. So bringing the hands into shins or thighs, crown of the head draws forward, sit bones draw back. And as you exhale, plant the hands. And we'll step straight back into plank pose. So keeping those shoulders over the wrists as we step the feet to the back of the mat. You can drop the knees here if that feels a little bit more comfortable for you. Think about pressing through the hands, feeling the shoulder blades separate as we round through the upper back. Then with an inhale, we're going to shift forward, come onto the tippy toes as your shoulders come in front of the fingertips. As you exhale, bend the elbows, lowering down to chaturanga just for a second before releasing to the earth. Untuck the toes. Take an inhale, lift the chest, come up into your back bend, squeeze the glutes. Exhale back into downward facing dog. Lovely, well done. Take an inhale, step, jump or walk to the top of the mat. And as we exhale, we're going to relax forward into our fold, a moment of release. Nice, inhale, create some length. Exhale, soften forward. Lovely. Take a breath in, reach the arms up to the sky, come all the way back up to standing. And as you exhale, bring the hands through heart center. We'll make our way back into mountain pose. Perfect. Okay, so we're going to do that again, and you can feel free to flow through that as we just did. There is going to be the option for crow pose if you want to take it, though. So when you're ready, take an inhale, sweep the arms up to the sky. As you exhale, hinge forward from the hips, reach down towards the earth. Inhale, create some length. This time as we exhale, we can step back into plank, that's not a problem. Or we can plant the hands down, spread the fingers wide. You might want to shuffle back on the mat a little bit for this, that's better for you. But we're going to come up onto the balls of the feet. Bending the elbows, bending the knees. We're going to place the knees on top of the arms, or alternatively, you can place the knees next to the triceps, squeezing them in as you squeeze the triceps into the knees. From here, begin to shift forward. Take your gaze forward as you do this. Press down through the hands, lift the sit bones. The feet can stay on the mat if you want. That's not a problem. If you're feeling confident, maybe one foot lifts away, maybe the other. Remember to press down through the hands. Squeezing those legs. Lovely. Perfect. When you're ready, we'll plant the feet down to the mat. Take an inhale. We'll create a little bit more length as we lengthen through the legs, lengthen through the spine. Then exhale, we're going to make our way back into plank. Lovely. Inhale, shifting forward. Exhale, down to chaturanga. Inhale, up into your back bend. And as we exhale, let's come to downward facing dog. Perfect. Well done. Okay, this time around, we're going to take a breath in, raise the right leg up to the sky. As you exhale, step your right foot forward in between the hands. You can always use the right hand to help the foot along if you need to. But we're going to come up into a high lunge. So maybe just shuffling the feet around to find that stable foundation first of all. Then with a breath in, let's reach the arms up to the sky. We're going to start to flow through kind of a balancing flow. We'll do it a few times just to become a little bit more familiar with the movement, and then we'll swap over to the opposite leg. So our breath in is high lunge, sinking low into that right leg. As we breathe out, we're going to start to shift our weight forward, the direction that we're going to move in, and push off that left foot. We're lifting up into warrior 3. Take your time with this first round. You can always grab blocks for under the hands if you want to. Then with your next breath in, start to draw that left knee up into the chest, come all the way up to standing. Perfect. As we exhale, we're going to twist. So right hand comes to the outside of that left knee. The left arm reaches out behind you. Fabulous. Well done. With your breath in, stepping the left foot back, reach the arms up to the sky. We're exactly back where we started, high lunge. Start to speed it up now. As we exhale, shift forward, push off that left foot, warrior 3. Inhale, up to standing, the left knee comes into the chest. As we exhale, we're twisting towards the left. Lovely. One more time, inhale for high lunge. Sink low into that right leg. You're not here for long. Exhale, shift forward, push off that left foot. Lovely. Inhale, up to standing. Exhale to twist. Fabulous. Stepping the left foot back, we're going to frame our right foot with the hands this time and step straight back into downward facing dog. Lift the sit bones nice and high. From here, make sure the fingers are spread wide. We're going to start to bend the elbows, and we're aiming to bring both forearms down to the earth at the same time. But if it's one forearm at a time, that's totally fine. Trying to keep the arms at that 11 shape if we can. So we're coming into dolphin. We're keeping the sit bones nice and high here. You can soften the knees, you can walk the feet in a little bit further if you want to, but we're pressing through the forearms. We're going to hold it here for 3. Keep breathing for 2. Lovely. One more breath. Fabulous. Well done. Press through the hands, lift the arms away from the earth. Let's come back into downward facing dog. Amazing. Well done, guys. Opposite side. As we inhale, we'll take the left leg up to the sky this time. Exhale, step your left foot forward. We should know where we're going now, by now, but we're coming back into high lunge. So as we inhale, let's sweep the arms up to the sky. This movement is going to be a little bit more familiar to us on the second round, so probably spend a little bit less time breaking down the poses and flowing with our breath. This is our inhale. As we exhale, we're going to shift forward, push off that right foot, lift that right leg away from the earth. We're in warrior 3. Take a breath in, draw the right knee up into your chest. Exhale, let's twist. Left hand, right knee as the right arm comes out behind you. 2 more times with this one. As we inhale, step it back, sweep the arms up to the sky for high lunge. Exhale, shifting forward, push off that right foot. Inhale up to standing. Exhale to twist. Yay, one more time. Inhale, high lunge. Sink low into your left leg, you've got this. Exhale, shift it forward, push off your right foot. Inhale, up to standing. Exhale to twist. Nice, well done guys. Step it back, frame the left foot with the hands. Make your way back into downward facing dog. Okay, this time we've got the option, we can come back into our dolphin pose if we want to. If we want to make it a little bit more interesting, then we're going to keep our right hand where it is. We'll start to bend our left elbow. Then we're going to move the right hand to come in line with the left elbow. So we've almost got like kind of a chaturanga shape with our right arm. You can stay here, pressing through the hand, through that left forearm, or we can start to bring our right knee to our right tricep. And we're going to hold here for 3. For 2, keep breathing, and 1, step the right foot back, bring the right hand in line with the left hand, lifting that left forearm away. Swapping it straight over, we're going to lower down onto just the right forearm, left hand comes in line with our right elbow. You can stay here, this is fine, or if you want to, left knee to your left tricep, keep pressing down through that forearm. We're here just for 3, you've got this, for 2, and 1, step the left foot back, bring the left hand in line with the right, lifting the forearms. We're back in downward facing dog. Lovely, well done. Okay, so let's come down to the knees. In fact, we'll come to a seated position on the mat. So finding your seat and lengthening the legs all the way out. We're going to make our way down onto our backs. I would shuffle forward just so that the heels are at the top edge of your mat. Reach the arms out in front. And then start to roll down through the spine, going all the way down onto the mat. We're not quite done yet. From here, we're going to bring the knees into the chest, give them a hug, give them a squeeze, maybe have a rock from side to side. And of course, we've got options, so you can stay exactly where you are if you want to. We could lengthen the legs up to the sky, flex the feet, and come into fountain of youth with the arms down beside us. Or if you want to, we can have a go at shoulder stand. For this, I want you to keep your head and your neck stationary, just to protect the neck. All we're going to do is bend the knees. The arms come down beside us, and we're going to start to rock the knees into the chest to lift the hips. As we lift the hips, catch the hips with the hands, maybe staying here, maybe walking the hands a little further down the spine, maybe lengthening the legs up to the sky if it feels good, and just holding here. If there's any other fancy stuff that you want to do with your legs in this pose, then be my guest. Holding for 3 more breaths. Lovely, well done. One more inhale. As you exhale, slowly draw the knees back into the chest, and carefully, we're going to roll down through the spine. Let the sit bones come back down to the earth. Fabulous, well done, guys. Take the feet as wide as the mat and start to windscreen back the knees from side to side. Up and over to the right, and then up and over to the left, just a couple of times, before lengthening the legs all the way out onto the mat and letting the arms rest down beside you, finishing in Shavasana. Well done, guys, well done. So closing down the eyes or softening the gaze, allowing your body to come back into that place of stillness, completely let go. There's nothing more physically that you need to do. I'm going to finish the practice here, but of course feel free to stay in Shavasana for as long as you need. Thank you for your energy in this practice. Thank you for joining me today. Namaste.